And I feel that our child should be free to go do whatever they want, you know. And she's trying to be all strict and you know, I didn't see nothing wrong with the hair. I thought her hair looked better than hers.
Hey, Mom.
You have always been a disappointment to your father and me. We had wanted a boy, so at least we have a few grandchildren by now. And who do you think would want you when you don't even care for yourself?
Hey, don't be so hard on him.
The thirst doesn't end with the credits. I'm Omegia Keeys, and this is Donors After Dark. Warning, there are spoilers ahead, but first, here's the recap.
Previously on Donors.
Yet they are vampires, less than a century old, to get their pick of the litter of new vampires.
No one has the say on who could be turned.
But we have how many? I implore you to heed our warning.
Vampires, refusal to conform will be the ruin of us all. I need for you to handle it now.
Today, I am excited to have Thelma and Travis. Most people know them from working with me behind the scenes, but I am so thankful that they have been able to step from behind the camera for this episode and join us.
Donors, scene 21D, take 1.
I'm first gonna start with Thelma because you found out that morning.
Yeah. Good morning. Hey, here's the script. Go upstairs, get makeup done, and you're the first episode to be shot. That was how it went down.
But you had also said if there is some space for me in
I
there,
did.
you
I
asked
did.
me.
That's why they say when you always got to be prepared because you never know what's going to happen. So yes, I asked for it, and I was grateful that you gave me the opportunity to be a part of this show because I believe in donors. Truly, I believe in it.
But are you an actress?
Yes, I'm an actress. I act, I produce, I direct. I have my own film company. But, you know, I'm always one of the people who like to support each other people. So I was glad you gave me the opportunity, like you said, to work behind the scene and also be able to act in front of the scene. So I appreciate it.
Travis.
Hubby.
Yes, the couple. However, Travis is my right hand with the camera.
That's right.
The number one grip behind there, but also
Not safe.
not safe. So how? Walk us through what happened that day.
Well, basically, I was sitting down enjoying my coffee, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you know, Mimi came to me and said, "Travis, we need a daddy. You can be the daddy." I'm like, "The daddy? What?" So, like at the spur of the moment, I had to. Well, when I read the scene, you know, the only part that daddy had to do was like when she got out of hand, I just supposed to just touch her leg to calm her down. But no, that ain't good enough for Mimi though. She done created a whole scene, dialogue and everything. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun doing it.
Okay, but yeah. On indie films, unfortunately, you know, sometimes you book people don't show up.
Yep.
And so I'm just thankful that I have crew that are willing to step in and make it happen. And I mean, honestly, I don't think without that look that Thelma gave, So, what was it like? I mean, I know it was quick for y'all. It was a quick thing.
Yeah.
But how was it even getting into that character, transitioning from you crew to that? And then it was the first scene. How was that?
Right. After I got over the initial shock of walking through the door, like you said, ready to work behind the scene. Yeah. But when I went upstairs and started doing my makeup and started reading the lines, I started breaking it down, trying to figure out how I wanted to play it. Plus, got guidance from you. It was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, same here. Like, after I read the scene over a few times, and I kind of substituted Nyla for my niece, who I'm really close to, and that helped me act the scene out. So
yeah,
that was my little trick to making it work.
I have to ask Thelma, why are you so evil?
Well, I mean, just like every mother or any parents, they want the best out of their kids. And sometimes our kids don't give us what we want, and we might not say it in a nice way. But I mean, I only want the best for her. I figure if she get her life together, then she can get her a nice human man instead of a vampire, because I don't agree with that. And who do you think would want you? Well, you don't even care for yourself.
Hey, don't be so hard on her.
I thought we discussed your hair.
But what were you thinking about when you saw that she was written to not be nice at all?
That was a challenge in the beginning, because it was like, okay, how mean do she really want me to get? But when I think the first time we shot the scene, you was like, nope, I need you to go in hard. And I was like, okay, all right, let's do it. But yeah, it was hard, because I'm a mom and I don't talk to my son like that. So like he said earlier, when I first got the script, I started thinking about my own son and our relationship together and how I talk to him when I'm mad at him. And I'm a little more gentle than what I did in the scene. So yeah, that was the main thing.
She pulled on those army roots to get the meanness up out of her, because she did it because that look that you gave is, it's gonna be a meme, right?
Yeah, I got a feeling.
Yeah, that is definitely gonna be a meme. How did you feel about that in that scene when she basically was snapping?
Yeah, I think she was overdoing it, because I love my daughter, and I feel that our child should be free to go do whatever they want, and she's trying to be all strict and I didn't see nothing wrong with the hair. I thought her hair looked better than hers, so that's why I got that look.
Well, I
mean. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's it like just overall working on the show? Because you're seeing, in actuality, you're seeing it way more than any of the actors, because you guys are there with the crew, from sun up to whenever we wrap. How is that for you guys?
Oh, I like I said, everybody on this set, you have some talented actors on this set. And so just to be in their presence, I learned from them. Like you said, I'm an actress, so seeing other actors work, there's so much I can pull from them and say, oh, okay, that's a different way I could have done that, So I love it. Even behind the scene, you have a family. A lot of sets say, yeah, we're a family, everybody get along, but no, this is a family. You don't have to worry about walking around saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? No, everybody's on it. Somebody needs some help. Everybody just jump in and help each other out. So I love being on the set.
Good. You got a small but mighty.
Yeah, I loved it because when I first read the script, I knew it was going to be a hit because you combine the best three selling genres, the myth, love, and action. You can't go wrong with those three. And like I said, these people that I've been working with, they're like family now. And we got some very talented actors. Like when I watch it and I see the facial expression, Dante with the eyes, things he does, and is everybody how they got into character, it really impressed me on this one.
Travis so sweet. He said working with these people as if we wasn't sitting up in the cars driving Ubers writing it. He's sitting in there watching me write in between scenes, trying to get back in the day, trying to get some money up for these films, doing the little extra that I can be. Like he wasn't sitting there watching me write some stuff and talking about, I got a ping, let's go, time to go.
That's why I said, meet me up, be writing like this. I'm like, I'm listening, you can keep talking. I'm like, man, this woman can be on the phone, writing, and listening to somebody over here. I don't know how she does it, but
it's her passion.
Yeah.
Coming from a big family, that's one thing. It was always so much going on. Look, I'm number 7. There's so much going on in the family that you got to be able to pay attention, but still be able to do you at the same time. Yeah. What can people expect, since this is, we're talking about episode 1 now, but what can people expect out of you two as the series progresses? What do you think?
Well, I think it's going to be interesting to see probably next season when the parents play a bigger role.
The development of our
development of our characters, yeah.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people are going to be sitting there from doing films in the past. I know there's always little nuggets that you put in every movie. Most people might not notice it, but every scene, there's a reason why that person is in that scene. So you don't know what the nugget is right now, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something later on. Probably around season 2.
Yeah, all I can say is y'all didn't die. So
that's the best part.
And everyone hope that they don't die, because there's always a chance they can come back. So I'm grateful that I did not die.
Okay. Well, I want to take a moment. I'm going to thank Travis for joining us today on the show. I'm going to replace you with your daughter.
I've signed up for the donors program.
And we have the lovely Tanisha Lynn, also known as Nyla, joining us now. Hey. So, episode 1, before I get into it with you and your lusting over this vampire,
I'm telling you,
we're going to talk about when we first find you coming home from a long day of work.
Yes, coming home from a long day of work, exhausted, but you know what? I don't mind working, but that's just, that's Nyla. She's gonna work. She's gonna get the job done. She's human.
She's absolutely human.
Yes, she is.
But you come home and we automatically go into this flashback of you with your parents. The dynamics between you and your parents. Give us a little bit about what you perceive as the dynamics to be between you and your parents.
Goodness, what I perceive is in my mother's eyes, I can never do anything right. I think she's too hard on me. And I do my best. I'm independent, I work, and I don't deserve the backlash she gives me all the time. She wants me to be one way, but I'm completely different. I am going to be who I am. I like to walk around with my sweats. My hair might not be combed all day, but she wants me to be this perfect daughter. And that bothers me. Dad, love my daddy, but he don't speak up. He's just the neutral guy. He's the one. He doesn't want to have my back, but I also feel like, he has a softer spot for me than my mother.
What did you think when you found out that Thelma was going to play your mother?
I was like, oh, hell no. I knew she would bring it, I knew she would bring it because her work ethic alone just speaks for itself. So I knew she was going to deliver. And did she? Did she give it to me? I mean, I felt, I don't know where she drew from, where she pulled this, because she's so nurturing, behind the scenes. She means business. But when I say she pulled out something in me, I think that helped with the scene too. Because when she just dug in deep and she got on my tail. And I never expected that to come out of her. So I took it personal. It was like, oh.
I got nothing but love for you.
Ooh, that's my baby.
Look, I felt bad for you when she looked you up and down.
And it was the slow walk. The slow pushing me out the way kind of a thing with the eyes. I said, oh, she is. Oh, I am I in trouble for real?
That was definitely something when she
delivered.
poked her head around that corner from the kitchen and she poked her head and she looked at you. That
And
was
that slow
that
walk
let you know.
With that back straight, like move out my way. Yes.
But I knew who I was working with. I mean, this woman here, she is one of the talented women I ever met in this acting locally in Atlanta. I mean, every time I turn around, I go to a premiere, she's in the show. So I already knew if I was going to be in a scene with her, I couldn't come in there halfway because she was going to do the doggone thing, and she did. She played it.
made me work.
So it was easy to work with her because I already knew her level of experience. So I knew I couldn't come up in there and be like, yeah.
Didn't. She gave me so much at one point that there was really tears.
They were. And in that moment, I almost lost it because I was like, oh, she's crying for real.
We locked eyes and, it just felt real.
It is.
I really felt like that 18-year-old that was getting just getting her tail handed to her. I was like, goodness. And I felt like I really couldn't do right in her eyes.
You can feel the difference when somebody's just putting on a cry just for the scene versus they're taking it from their heart and it's coming out. And that's what she brought to the table.
Well, it was believable. I mean, believable all around. It was believable that you were her mama.
Yes.
That Travis was her daddy and he was feeling for her. It's believable that she felt like the dejected daughter. But I have to ask, how was it when you read, because you read the book before we filmed as well. You read the script, you read the book. How did those dynamics of knowing that you even had to do the flashback scenes with a mother who wasn't nurturing? How was that in knowing that you had to pull, where did you pull those emotions from for that?
I pulled those just kind of off of life experiences, and the challenge of having to live up to everybody's expectations and even sometimes putting your own, what you love to do behind you or how you want to move because nobody understands you the way you understand yourself. And just the everyday challenges had to go into that scene because everybody expects you to be this type of person or that type of person. So with reading, the book, one, that was Nyla in general. That was Tanisha in Nyla. So bringing those worlds together, that's what just helped with that scene so much. It helped pull out of that and just the words in general. When the delivery of what she gave me and bringing those words from that script to life, there's nothing like it. There's a lot of power in words. And if you really sit there and read it and dissect it, it will come to you. It being relatable, you'll be able to pick those words out.
Film over there looking like a proud mama right now.
I am. I think the mom is misunderstood too because we don't know her backstory. So we don't know what kind of relationship she had with her mother and the way her mother showed her love. So in my eyes, I saw the mother as someone who not necessarily don't like you or against you, more she wants you to be better. She wants you to find what she has. So she wants you to put yourself together because that's what she did to get her husband. So a lot of stuff she's putting on you is based off of what she went through.
Yes.
And the fact that you won't listen is where the problem come in.
Yes.
Because it's like, I'm trying to help you, little girl, but you're not listening to me.
And Nyla's
that's
like,
where the
"Look, Mom."
anger came from.
Yes. And I'm like, look, well, you are you and I am me. I'm not going to be who you are, who you were now or earlier. Let me do me.
Right.
And by the way, I think she actually does love your hair because your hair does look similar to that episode right now. Because I love it.
Yes, I do love her hair.
Yeah.
We're both natural
Thank
in
you.
real life.
Right,
So
in real life, I love her
Yeah.
hair too,
It's like
Mom.
we all are.
I thought we discussed your hair. What happened?
The reason that I put the hair in and I wanted the hair to look like that, how often were we, years ago when natural hair wasn't a thing and we were told, sometimes even, my dad, because my dad is 90 and it's not meant to be mean in a different way, but like when my hair is out, like this. You know, sometimes he gives me that look like, well, aren't you gonna do something with it? I'm like,
Yes.
it's done.
Oh, yes.
Still do.
But it took
My
him a
mom
while,
still do.
you know, to adjust to that. But it is a thing. But I wanted that in there for that sole purpose, because it is a teachable moment.
Yes.
Yeah, because you know, I'm about to bring your man on now. They about to swap out, and I'm about to bring your man on because he like your hair.
Right.
So
He like her just the way
your
she
hair
is.
the way she is.
He like
So
her.
Thelma, I want to thank you so much for joining us for episode 1, joining us behind the scenes, joining us for everything to help us make donors happen.